Let me tell you a mysterious story about a profound thinker who made us question everything we know about life. His name was Søren Kierkegaard. Born in 1813 in Copenhagen, Denmark, a man known for his serious and contemplative nature. These early influences sparked Søren's curiosity, as he would often engage in conversations about complex topics and ponder the big questions of life. This intellectual environment set him on a path of deep thinking, encouraging him to explore ideas beyond the ordinary. As he grew older, Søren studied philosophy and theology at the University of Copenhagen. Despite his academic pursuits, he soon became disillusioned with the books and theories he encountered. He felt that these works were too disconnected from the realities of everyday life, filled with abstract concepts that lacked true depth and authenticity. This discontent drove him to seek a different path, one that could bridge the gap between philosophical thought and lived experience. This dissatisfaction led Søren to explore his own ideas, and one of his most intriguing concepts is angst, or existential anxiety. He delved into this in his book The Concept of Anxiety, where he revealed profound insights about our existence. Søren's exploration of angst wasn't just about fear or nervousness. It was about a deeper, more fundamental feeling that arises from facing the uncertainties of life. Now, angst isn't the same as medical anxiety disorders, which are classified by doctors. Søren saw it as a natural response to the big, scary questions of life, such as why are we here, and what is our purpose? It's the feeling we get when we confront the unknown and the uncertain parts of our lives. This type of anxiety is existential, rooted in the very core of our being. From the moment we're born, we step into a world full of possibilities and unpredictable events. Each day presents us with choices and dilemmas that make us uneasy. This feeling of angst is our response to the vastness of existence and the weight of responsibility that comes with our freedom. It's the realization that our lives are filled with endless possibilities, each leading to different outcomes, and it's up to us to navigate through them. For Søren, angst wasn't just a mental state, it was a way to understand our very being. It made us question our existence, the mystery of life, the inevitability of death, and the uncertainty of the future. He believed that experiencing angst forced us to confront the most profound aspects of our humanity, pushing us to think deeply about who we are and what we want to become. He believed that because we are conscious beings, capable of self-reflection, we experience this profound tension between our desire for certainty and the reality that life is always changing. We want stability, but life is full of surprises and constant flux. This tension creates a unique form of anxiety that is both a challenge and an opportunity for personal growth. Søren's philosophy gave us a new way to look at anxiety, freedom, and the search for a meaningful life. His famous saying, "Anxiety is the dizziness of freedom," captures the idea that our freedom to make choices brings with it a deep sense of anxiety. This anxiety stems from knowing that every choice we make shapes our future, and the responsibility of this freedom can be overwhelming. Every moment of our lives is filled with choices, and we have the freedom to decide our path. But this freedom also means we're responsible for the outcomes of our actions, which can be overwhelming. The burden of this responsibility creates a constant state of anxiety, as we worry about making the right decisions and the potential consequences of our actions. In our modern world, we're constantly bombarded with choices and information, making it even harder to make decisions. This can lead to a persistent sense of unease, as we hope our choices will ease our anxieties, even though there's no guarantee they will. The sheer volume of options and the pressure to make the best choice can paralyze us, preventing us from taking decisive action. But here's the twist: Søren didn't see anxiety as a bad thing. He believed it was an essential part of life, a profound experience that could drive us to grow and find meaning. How we respond to anxiety, and the choices we make in its presence, determines whether we live a full life or fall into despair. He saw anxiety as a catalyst for personal development, pushing us to confront our fears and take bold steps forward. Søren introduced the idea of passion as a way to navigate and transcend anxiety. He believed that our passions, whether they be love, creative pursuits, personal growth, or career goals, can infuse our lives with purpose and fulfillment. By pursuing what we are passionate about, we can transform anxiety into a driving force that propels us toward our goals. What mattered most to Soren was that these passions were rooted in subjective truth, which means the truth that holds personal significance for each of us. He urged us to find our own truths, the ideas we are willing to live and die for. This subjective truth is deeply personal and cannot be dictated by societal norms or external standards. This journey toward finding our subjective truth requires us to step away from conventional wisdom and societal norms. It calls for a leap of faith, trusting in the authenticity of our own experiences and aspirations. Soren believed that by embracing our subjective truths, we can live more authentic and meaningful lives, true to ourselves and our deepest values. Soren warned against conformity and complacency. He believed that following societal norms without question could stifle our individuality and prevent us from finding true fulfillment. Escaping into distractions or numbing our anxieties only hinders our growth. He saw these behaviors as ways to avoid facing the deeper questions of life, which are essential for personal development. Instead, he encouraged introspection and self-reflection. By looking inward, we can understand our desires, fears, and motivations. This helps us align our actions with our deepest values and aspirations. Soren believed that through this process of self-exploration, we can gain insight into our authentic selves and discover the paths that lead to a more meaningful existence. In the end, Soren's philosophy reminds us that anxiety is a natural part of being human. By embracing it, living with it, and taking bold steps toward what holds personal meaning, we can lead more fulfilling and authentic lives. He showed us that anxiety, rather than being a barrier, can be a powerful force that drives us to seek out our true passions and live with purpose.